Hello everyone, a very good morning to all participants, faculty members and students. On behalf of Dr. Subhash Technical Campus, I Professor Divyaratsi Parmar, Faculty of Computer Engineering and moderator of today's event, welcome you all for today's webinar on how to get placed in TCS by our alumni of Dr. Subhash Technical Campus, Mr. Swapnil Joshi, Mr. Akash Pandya and Ms. Yadri Wadalia. Mr. Swapnil is currently working as a quality analyst at Fizzo, Pune. He has more than 7 years of experience in industry. Mr. Akash and Ms. Yatri is currently working as assistant system engineering at TCS Gandhinagar. Mr. Akash and Yatri has more than 2 years of experience in industry. So it's all about our today's expert. Now I would like to hand over this session to our expert. It's over to you now.
Okay, thank you, sir. First of all, thank you so much, Dr. Subhash Technical Campus and all the professors for giving this opportunity to us and to get engaged with the students who are the future of Dr. Subhash Technical Campus and who will be the future of all the IT industry and the change that will happen in future. So all that change will depend on you guys. So you all will be the future, and we are here to share the experience with you all the experience which we have. So we'll be sharing that one by one. And first of all, as today is Guru Purnima, so I would like to say thank you to all our gurus who helped us during our journey to the big companies or whatever achievement which we are getting now. So it is because of all the gurus that have guided us and helped us to reach this position just now. So thank you all. And now I would like to start the session. And I will start with the first thing first. So I would say that whenever you are thinking of you or you are studying, so what do you think? Like there would be some goal in your life, like I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that. So first of all, that goal is the must whenever you are learning or you are studying. So at that time, what is your goal? Your goal will be like I want to learn this subject, I want to understand this subject. So likewise there should be some goal in your life, if there is a football match, for example, if I say, then do they play anywhere in the ground, or there will be some goal in their life, like I want to put this football into the goal spot. So there will be some goal in their life that I want this to be done. So likewise in the when you are studying also, there will be some goal in your life, and after that, that goal will be like a different like there will be short term goal as well as long term goal. So first of all, short term goal is the one which you think just now, like when you are studying, so you will think that I want to learn this subject, I want to understand this subject, I want to clear this subject, I want to get distinction in subject. So this type of goals are called short term goals. So first of all, we need to achieve short term goals, and then we can go to the long term goals, or you can achieve a big thing which we want. So whenever you are thinking that I want to get placed in TCS, or I want to get placed in some good company, good MNC company, so in that, the first short term goals which you think is, if you are doing small things right, you don't need to go far away that I want this, I want that, so I will do. So then that will become a burden on your mind. But first of all, if you first complete your short term goals, so then it will slowly take you towards a long term goal. So if you want to get placed in TCS, so first short term goal is when you have to start early. Means like you need to prepare, like suppose if you are going for TCS or any company, so what you will think that whenever you want to crack any interview, so first thing is the first step is quantitative aptitude or aptitude test. So there is a book, quantitative aptitude. So in that you will get all the details of the aptitude test, that whenever we are going for any interview, so first thing will be the aptitude test. So if you are preparing starting from I have heard from sir that all the students are from 5th or 7th, most of the students. So when you are starting early, like from 5th semester itself, if you think that I will start preparing from now itself, so just like if you spend 1 hour into aptitude test, so then it will be helpful when you reach to 7th or 8th semester. So just 1 hour in 5th semester or 6th semester, then then it will help, like whenever you are going for an interview or anything. So first step is aptitude test. So if you are clearing aptitude test, so in that, if you clear, then only you will be able to go to the next step. So this is like a step by step process. If you think now and you prepare now, so then it will be helpful to you in future. So likewise, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, so for all the semesters are very crucial, and if you start as early as possible, that will be helpful to you. And it will in future when you are going for the interviews, then you will think that, oh, this I had heard or read in this semester. When I was reading this, I have gone through this. So likewise, and don't take things lightly when you are in college. Like think like you are preparing for a big thing. So just take each and everything is important, and likewise prepare for that, and it will be helpful in the future. So as I said that start early and start preparing as early as possible. So this is the first point I wanted to highlight to each and everyone, that always don't wait for the interview, prepare for the interview. So many of the thing times students are waiting for the interview, and like they are just thinking that once interview comes, I'll prepare before that. But you never know when the interviews will come, because interviews are like for that you need to create a channel with your friends. Like for the students who are in 7th and 8th semester, so for them I want to say that create a channel within your friends and all who are in different college other than you also, because whenever you are searching job, so it will be very helpful if your friends or some colleagues who are from other colleges, so if they give information about any job openings or anything in any other companies, so it will be very helpful to you. So whenever there is a walk-in interview, your friend should be there and they should give you information. Because when I say I placed in TCS, but before that placing to the TCS, I had prepared and I had given lots of interviews starting from 7th and 8th semester itself. So likewise, whenever if you start early to prepare for that, and if you start giving interviews from 7th 8th semester also, so then it will be very helpful, because you get to the process and you have understand that what, because when if you go for interview, you are nervous. So for if you are nervous, so that will be the thing which will set you back. But if you go for interview, you are nervous, you were not able to answer, so that is fine. For the first interview, if you are nervous, then if you are not able to answer anything, any of the reason, so that is fine. But the next time when you are giving the interview, you should understand what mistakes you made. Or suppose if you are giving aptitude test, in that you had failed, so you need to note down like in which what were the mistakes you did and what you will improve. So that is very important to note down, because whenever you are giving any interview, then you need to uh, first like prepare like what mistakes you did, what good you are doing, so that you already know. And many of the times, like giving interview, once you have passed the aptitude test, so in the personal interview, when the moderator or any manager or technical person ask you something, so first question will be a common one. There is no new in it. Like tell me something about yourself. So if you are not confident in tell me something about yourself, then the person will know that this person is not able to answer this question. So how I will ask the other question, or how he will know the other question. So likewise, just when you are preparing, first of all, aptitude test, you are ready for that aptitude test. So next step will be the personal interview or technical interview. So technical interview will be like whenever you think that you are studying, at that time there is some subject or anything that is coming, So at that time, if you have paid attention, like just you have not gone for the exam preparation, and you have also prepared for the future, so that will be helpful to you during this technical round and technical interview. So whenever you are giving the technical interview, so that will be helpful if you are conceptually right. Like just like the exam preparation will not help in the interviews, you need to know the fundamental of it, like the concept of it. If something is asked, then they will not ask you the many details of it. But first, whenever you are a fresher, so you should know the basic idea of each and everything, so that will be helpful for you. And so that is about the technical interview. And about the personal interview, there are lots of personal interview questions that are available online, and now each and everyone is studying online, so that will be very good. Like if you also do some good research over what are the interviews, how interviews are being done, you can search on YouTube as well. And also you can search, there are multiple websites in which there are lots of questions and also answers available. So just like a small thing, like I wanted to convey, like just prepare early as possible, and learn from mistakes. So from fifth and sixth semester itself, if you start this, and then you go to seventh and eighth semester, you can just prepare for the interviews and also revise the aptitude test. So that will be very good. And so this is about all my about the first point which I wanted to tell, that prepare early, don't wait for the interviews to come, and start giving the for seventh and eighth semester people, start giving the interviews as soon as possible. And also prepare your resume, show to all the lecturers or the HOD, sir, that sir, see this resume I have prepared and how it looks, and take feedback. And if there is any mistake, then go with that and correct those. So that will be very helpful, because resume is the main thing whenever you are going for the interview. Whatever you are writing in resume, the same thing, if the interviewer asks, then you should not have any problem about answering it. So for whatever you are writing in resume, you should know. So then you will be able to give the interview very fluently. So that was the first point. And the second point I wanted to say is the presence of mind. So now I have seen, like there is everything online lectures and everything due to this pandemic situation. So I have seen some students, and also I have seen some like whenever there is any lecture or anything, so then there is like whenever person is giving some lecture on some subject, suppose computer networks or any subject, if the lecturer is giving understanding or explaining something, so in that like there is no presence of mind, because there is a mobile in hand below, because lecturer cannot see you from below, or cannot see you live. So that's why you should have a presence of mind whenever you are learning online. So that will be very helpful, because not only here, like it will if the small things you are doing now, that will be helpful to you in future. Like in future, if you are working in some company, and if you are still using your phones and everything during the calls and everything, so they will understand, and they will not they are all professionals there. So they will understand that you do not have the presence of mind, or you are not paying attention. So whenever this is small things that will take you to the big future. So if you are doing the right things in this, like paying attention in the class, you're understanding the subjects, you're also asking questions, so then that will be helpful. Even for Yatri and Akash, like whenever in the company also, if you are going for any discussion, or if you are going for a meeting, so please pay attention, because I have experienced a lot. And many of the people who are not paying attention, or just think that it is just a lecture. So after that, if the same question they are asked, then they will say that oh, I was not aware. Same thing, yeah, like when I was in TCS, I would like to share this experience, that my manager, called for a meeting to all the freshers who were new, and we all went to the meeting room. We were sitting, and he told that okay, I will explain you about this. About there was I was into the credit cards field, so they told that I will tell you the flow of credit card and like that. So he was explaining. So we were all watching that, but like what happened that after completed his explanation, so he told that now each and every one of you will come here and he will explain whatever I explain, so you do not have time to prepare. So, so what happens that you need to pay attention that whenever there is any meetings or some training sessions are going on, so they can do like this way, that come and explain what I explained. They will not wait that you will prepare for the what I explained. You will prepare yourself, and then after you will give explanation. So likewise, that whenever these things happens, when you are first of all paying attention to the class, so that will prepare. So whenever there is an online session or everything, so like this will help you to future as well. So when you are into big companies, or so then if there is sometimes these things happens, then you will be very ready. Like whenever they ask, then we were able to answer that who all were paying attention. So by that, the manager will understand that who all are paying attention and who all are not. So this is the small things which matters a lot in future. So this was the second step which I wanted to say, that always pay attention during the class. Keep your presence of mind ready, and do not think that I will learn from books in future. I will read the PDF because sir is explaining, so I will not pay attention now. I will see it later. I will see it later. So don't keep that attitude. Keep like I want to learn now. Sir is explaining, so I will understand now. I will be ready. I don't need to wait for again to read from books and everything. If sir is giving some explanation or anything, so I will be listening to that, and I will understand that now itself. So that will slowly prepare you for the future. So this was the second thing I wanted to point out, that is presence of mind. Keep your presence of mind now itself. Suppose which the example which I gave, like lecturer has asked you something, and then if you are not knowing, then lecturer will get to know that yes, you are not paying attention. Also, there is one more trick which I wanted to give. Like whenever if somebody is explaining, so you should ask uh, questions. If you ask the questions, so that will be very helpful. That they will know that your lecturers will know that uh, you are paying attention, and you are not just giving uh, just you are not simply saying yes, 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 I understand, yes sir. So just you have to ask questions also, so that sir will know that you have understood or you have not understood. Okay. So this is the second point which I wanted to say. And the third point which I wanted to say is like whenever you are from starting itself, you are in college, and you have to give exams. So you make your own plan. Do not say like like suppose if you have exams on suppose 2nd of August. So then what you will do, like everything you have 5 subjects, so then you will be always in the hurdle, like how I will prepare, what I will do. So rather than just being tensed, or like how it will be, what will be the question, so rather than being tensed, I would like to say that just be relaxed and create your plan on which day what I will prepare. Okay. So this will help you like in future also. This is the thing which will help you in future also. So if you are preparing, started having a habit, these are all the good habits that will help you in future. So if you are doing some studying, so that if that time from there itself you are preparing the plan that I will study this subject on this day, this subject on this day, and also give the priority. Like suppose if you are weak in one subject, so read more about that subject. And if you are having if you are thinking that this subject is very difficult, so give more time to that. And if there is some subject in which it is easy but you are able to understand, so you can give less time to that also. If there is some theory subject or like that, so if you are able to, if you are more descriptive and you can explain more, so that will be more helpful to you. And likewise, this will help you in future also. Like Yatri and Akash, also I will give this point to you also, that also prepare a plan whenever you are working also, so that will be helpful. If you have multiple tasks, so do not be very how I will do, what I will do, how this will get. So prepare, if you have the plan that I will do this task first, which I know. For this task, if there is the, sometimes it happens that some tasks are complex and you are not aware about it, you need to ask someone. So for that you need to prepare like that, that for this I need to ask someone, for this I am aware and I can do it. So likewise, if you prepare your plan, so that will be very helpful, and you can complete all your tasks assigned to you very easily. So likewise, to all the students also I would like to say that always prepare a plan, and always think, because the first step, if you are preparing a plan and you are giving exams, so at that time it will be very you will think that exams are very easy, because you had prepared a plan and you have worked according to it. And if you work according to it, then the SPI, the whenever you are passing, so there will be an SPI also, so that will also get improved day by day. So if you are have, if you have some plan, if you don't have plan, so what it will happen, that you are only reading one subject or two subject, and the third subject is missed, or likewise. So just prepare what are the task I have. So in that you will see all the subjects which are there, what is the deadline I have. So that deadline also you will know, and how I will prepare. So that also, according to that, all these conditions you need to prepare. And you need to get the if you do all the things right, so then it will be helpful to you in the exams, and you will get a good score. Because all the good score, if you think that if I'm getting less SPI, then also it is fine and all. So if you want to go to TCS or any MNC company, so there is, before giving aptitude test also, there is a eligibility criteria. So what it will happen in the eligibility criteria, you should have 60% above in 10 standard. You need to have 6 SPA above and in the all semesters, and the CGPA also should be above 6. So if you are having good marks, if you are preparing good things from now itself, so this will help you to get placed in TCS or any big companies very easily. So always try to get good scores in the college itself, because this will help you to go into big companies. Because if you are not matching the eligibility criteria itself, so from there itself they will say okay, goodbye, tata. So that you need to, if you want to go there, so just prepare like that, and have good scores in the college itself, and have good marks, and also maintain the CGPA. So that will also be helpful to you in the to go to the companies. Because if you are not passing eligibility criteria, so that will not work out. And the next thing is, I wanted to say, always have a positive approach. Like whenever you are assigned to some work, or you are, whenever you are studying now, so whenever sir assigned to you some project or some task, or if the sir say like you have to give this presentation, so in that if you are giving some presentation, so think that if you want to give any presentation, so just prepare well before that. And always if you try giving presentations or all the things, so that will be helpful. Because whenever you are giving presentation, your stage fear will go. From college, if you are in college, so there nobody will ask you. If people laughs on you, that is fine. you don't care, because what you want to improve yourself, you want to improve your stage fear. So this will help for you to in the future also, because if you are having stage fear, so then how it will happen that you would not be able to answer the things, and just because of the fear, you, if you know the answers, then also you will not be answer it. So that's why always start preparing by giving some presentations, giving some speech, asking some questions. So all these things, small things will help you, and will also give a good impact in future. And so always be approachable, like if you want to ask something to lecturers or sir, so then don't think much that how I will do, what I will do. Also I have I've seen that whenever if you want to ask some questions, so you will say I will ask later, I will ask later. During the class you won't ask, and then later won't come. So that's why always think that if you have any questions, if you are not able to understand, then you can ask there itself, so they will be able to explain you. Okay. So this is also one good habit, so that these are all are the habits that will help you in the future. So this is the, and whenever there is some viva or something, so what we think that okay, we'll give. And if you don't know the answer in the viva, so you will think that, oh, what I will do now. You will think like that, I should know, this sir is like that only, this sir is like this only. But think in a good approach, that okay, now in the next viva I will prepare well, and I will answer all the questions. And just give viva like you are giving the interview, so like this will also help you in the future. So these all are the things which I wanted to say. And one more thing which I would like to say, that many I want many of the things, like people used to say, like you should know about the world, what is going on. You should know in world what is going on now. But I would like to say one step ahead of that. First of all, you should know in your world what is going on. Like when you are in college, so you should know in college what is going on. So then you think of the world. If you are in the college, and if there is some event or something, so if you are not aware about that thing, so that is the first thing you should know, that whenever you are in college, you should have all the knowledge what is going on in the college. If there is some event, if in another college also, if there is some event, online events are also nowadays going on, so you should know about that also. So slowly you will get to know about the world also. So this is the first step, like in the college, if you know what is going on, so then you will know in the world what is going on. But first of all, in college many of the students are not aware what events are going on, or what things are going on. So that is more important. And like in companies also, Yatri and Akash, like you should know, there is a toastmaster in the TCS. So yeah, that also like is a very good thing. When I was there, I was a part of that. So in the toastmaster, they used to all speak in English, and they will think of some topic. And likewise in the college also, this students, if they prepare like the toastmaster event, so you can share that if you are aware the what all the things are there. When I was there, there was like they used to, there is a group in that they used to prepare some topics, and they used to give presentations. And whatever the mistakes they are doing, so there will be one person who will be marking all the mistakes. And then after all the presentations are being done, so the person who is marking all the mistakes will say the result, said that this person said these things many times, this person made this mistake. So likewise there is a toastmaster in the TCS, and there are many of the things that are happening. So that also is very good, and you should know about that, and it will be very helpful to you. And so this was are the main points which I wanted to say. And now I would like to share my experience, like how I joined TCS, and what was the way which I went. So firstly, when I got to know from my friend Akshay that there is an walk-in interview in TCS. So there are very less times it happens that TCS there is a walk-in interview. So in TCS there was a walk-in interview, and I got to know about that. And like there are sometimes frauds also that are happening, that you do not know that this is a formal one or not. So then for that I validated, like yes, this is from TCS, I got to know. And then there was a formal walk-in in drive, because many a times what happens that you think there is an interview in TCS, but that is a fraud one. So you need to check it with some friends or some who are there in TCS, so you can check it with them that this is a formal email or not, formal drive or not. So that was the first thing I validated, that yes, this was correct one, walk-in drive. So in that uh, I saw that what was there is a job description whenever there is an opening. So there is a job description available, like who all are the eligibility criteria is also there, who all are eligible for this interview. So whenever you see in TCS or any other company, when you are going for the job, so you need to read the job description, so that is more important. And also what is the eligibility criteria, because if you are eligible for that interview, so then only you should go. Because many times also it happens that you are not eligible and you go for the interview, and then later again you will see that you are not eligible, and you need to work out. So likewise, read the job description, read analyze what is the eligibility criteria, and if you are eligible, then you should go for the interview. So these things I did when I was searching the job. And then after that I also read the address, like that is also main thing. Like, you know, what is job description, you are eligible for the interview, you should read the address where you need to go. So that is also important. And so at that time, now everything is online, so that is a very good thing. And so I went there in TCS, and that was a walk-in drive. So in walk-in drive, like there are many people that are eligible, like BE, ME, BCA, MCA. So all them were eligible for that interview. And so there was a long queue of 1,500 students. And so then we were standing there in the queue. And after that they took, like, as there were so many people there around. So first of all they took into the one room in which they gave the first aptitude test. So they gave the papers for that aptitude test. And I had given the aptitude test. And after that they came after giving the aptitude test, me, and there was Nitesh Singh, who was also from Subhash in the EC branch. So me and Nitesh were both together during the aptitude test. And we have given the aptitude test. And after that we were we as we both were from the same college, so we were discussing, like how this will happen, what is the interview process, and everything we were discussing. And after some time the results came. So in the results, what happened that they started uh, announcing names. So all the people whose names were announced, all were saying yes, 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 like that. All the students went. And after announcing all the names, our names didn't come. So I thought, how this happened. So then what happened that sir told, who was there, and he told that all the names which I told have to leave, and who are sitting here have to sit there only. So so then we thought, okay, we are selected now. So all the students who were sitting there, so they were selected. So in these times, like when you are going for the interview, and you are feeling nervous and all, so you need to have patience. Sometimes that helps. So we kept patience. And then after we got to know that we had got selected, and many a times we lose patience and we shout how they are taking so much time in TCS, and they are not giving offer letters, they are not giving. So there are lots of complaints that happens when you are going for the interview, that they will tell you to sit here, but what happens that you need to wait so much time, and you need to also wait, like if you are selected in any company, so you need to wait for the offer letter. So in that also, if you are panicking, so that will not go your way. So you need to have patience, and you need to wait for the offer letters and everything, and you need to wait for the results. So likewise, I waited, and then we got selected, and then there was a technical interview for me. And in that, as like everyone mostly prepares for the development, whenever people wants to go for the development, so they used to prepare everything C language. In the technical interview, they used to think C++, and DBMS, and all the main things. But what happens that some questions, like whenever you are a fresher, so there can be any interview, so in which you can be eligible. So in that, when I went for the interview, so that was for the software testing. So I was aware about testing. I have also studied software engineering. So then I just had a basic understanding. I just read some parts, and then went for the interview. So as when I went for the interview, so he asked me one by one all the questions. So in the questions, like I was able to remember that this question I have. When I was studying software engineering, I have gone through this during that. So this is like whenever you are studying, sometimes in the college, and if some concepts which you are uh, making attention, and if you are understanding that, and that prints into your mind. So sometimes when you are giving interview, you will remember that yes, this I have heard somewhere, this I understand, and so that time, that presence of mind, when I was having presence of mind during the class, so that helped me when I was giving the interview, and I was able to also crack the second round as well. That was a technical interview. And then we were asked for the managerial round. So in the managerial round, what happened that they in the managerial round, what happens that manager used to ask some questions which are like to test you. So what happened that manager asked me that, Swapnil, this requirement is in Chennai location, and we will be sending you to Chennai. So are you good with that? So first time I heard that, oh, I will be going to Chennai location. So then I was thinking what I need to, what I should answer, what I should answer. So then I said, yes, sir. Only the thing is, like, I should get accommodation. And he told, yes, yes, you will get accommodation. So I told, yes, then I'm fine to work on any location. So they wanted to test if you are nervous, or if you say that, no, sir, I won't go to Chennai, I will work in Ahmedabad only. So if you are location centric, so what happens that you will get rejected there itself. So that was the question which turned me that yes, he manager understood that yes, he is able to work in Chennai location. So then after, he again asked me that, suppose, Swapnil, if I there is a shift in which you need to work, so that is 11 that is a night shift, so are you okay for that? So I told, yes, sir, I can work on any shift, it is fine for me. So then that there are small steps he wanted to test me. And then the last question he was asking me that, Swapnil, for how much time would you like to work for TCS? So whenever you are going for a fresher interview, so they would like to ask this question. So this will help them to understand how much years you would like to stay there. So always these questions answer I had prepared when I was preparing for the interviews and all. So I had seen this question there. So I remembered, oh yes, this question I know the answer. So this is like when I was preparing for the interviews. At that time, there are all the frequently asked questions, interviews and all. So at that time, I remember this question, and then I answered it. and it was I said that, sir, I would like to work for this company for lifetime, from recruitment to retire. And it is a very good company. And as I was aware, all the I had read before going for the interview, if you also read about the company and all the information, so that will also help you in this type of questions, and you can answer it very well in that. So I told that this is a very multinational company, and I am really admiring to work here. And if I'm getting good growths, and I would not like to join any other company. So like this, this all the interview questions which are available online and all, you start uh, going through that 5 questions to 1 day. So in 10 days you will be getting 50 questions. So you will be small questions which you are reading there, and you have, if you are getting your mind ready for the interview, so that will help you during that interviews also. So likewise, that helped me during my interview. And that was the turning point. And then after that, I got to know that I was selected, and then I joined TCS. And after joining TCS also, I would like to share one case that happened, that I was also for Akash and Yatri. So what happened about when you are in the multinational company, so they would like to also test you there also. So what happened for me, that my shift timing was 11:30 to 9:30. So at 9:30 p.m. When I was logging out, so that is the dinner time, 9:30 time. So then when my senior came, and he told me that, Swapnil, you logged out? I said, yes, I logged out. He told that, I had some work. Can you log in again? So I told, yes, okay, fine, yeah, I will log in. So so yeah, that was the approach he wanted to test. And then once I logged in, just I kept my system on. He said, no, no, I didn't had any work. I was just checking that how you are approaching to that. So that is the approach. Like whenever they are giving any task or something, sometimes also in school or college. So when you are given any task, or if your sir says that this is not correct or this is not right, then if your approach is right, that you will also you will give a positive approach, and you will do the work. So first priority should be work when you are doing work. And so that will be very helpful to you. And also for the students, like whenever sir or everyone, all the lecturers, if they are asking or assigning some work, so that should be first priority. And you should first give importance to that. If there is some, you should also give some ideas to sir and all the lecturers, that we can do like this and like that. So that will also helpful, be helpful to them, that yes, you are taking part in the college, and you are giving some ideas also. So that is all important to you in the future. So now I'm coming to the time, and if someone wants to ask any questions or have some questions, so that you can ask. And otherwise, next, Akash, you can start with your session. So we'll just wait
Thank you,
for five
Swapnil.
minutes if there are any questions. Yeah, if there are any questions, then we can take it, sir. And otherwise, Akash can start with his session.
I think we should proceed ahead. We can ask questions later if the audience have it.
Yes. Okay, Akash, fine. You can start with your session.
Good morning, everyone. Uh, on this occasion of Guru Purnima, I would like to thank you all of our faculty members who have helped us in getting where we are today. And as Swapnil told in his session, he has explained very excellently about goal settings, there is a presence of mind, how exam scores are important, how to tackle interview situations. So I would not go into that one. So I would come to the point how I got placed in TCS. because as Swapnil told, he got placed through interview call, walk-in interview. So currently the situation how TCS uh, highest fresher is bit change. So I would like to go into that. And first of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Akash Pandya. I graduated in 2020 batch, and I had at that time in July 2019, when I was in 7th semester. So TCS has started conducting NQT, that is National Qualifier Test. So in NQT, everyone who is in last 2 years in whether BCA, MCA, BE or ME programs can enroll in that. And the NQT comprises of aptitude, reasoning, programming question, two programs, and 10 or 20 programming MCQs. So first round is like that: aptitude, reasoning, programming, coding, and programming MCQs. So if you pass clear that first round, then you would be called for interview, that is technical interview and HR interview. So as I told, I had applied for NQT in July 2019. That was the first NQT conducted for our batch. So at that time, my plan wasn't to get any job or uh, start a job. I was planning to do masters, so I was not that much into applying for jobs. So this was my first job interview and first job interview experience for me. So talking about NQT, uh, at that time NQTs were used to conducted in Ion Center, that is TCS Computer Zones. We had Yatri, Navneet, and some other friends were also with me there. Uh, we had gone to Rajkot for that, and first round was of aptitude. So for that, I had prepared from R.S. Agrawal book that is available in Dr. Subhash library. So just a week or 10 days before the NQT, I had started preparing from that book. But as Swapnil explained, you should start preparing from fifth, seventh, fifth or sixth sem itself. Because about me, I was proficient in aptitude and reasoning from the school days. So I was not that much, I had not that much problem to prepare in a week. But if you are weak in aptitude, reasoning, English, then you should start preparing from now. Because no matter how good you are in programming, the first round of every job, whether it is MNC or local company, first round is always going to be about aptitude, reasoning, English, and programming MCQs. So if you are good in programming, but you are not good in aptitude, reasoning, then you would be disqualified at this stage only. So no matter, and you would not get a chance to show your programming skills as you are already disqualified. So my advice would be to start preparing aptitude and reasoning from this stage only, so you can do well in that. So in my case, as I said, I had prepared from R.S. Agrawal, and the questions were relatively hard than what we see on the internet, because no question was as ready-made. They had tweaked every question, and every question was lengthy one. Just to read the whole question, it would take around 40-45 seconds, and whole NQT is of 2 hours. In that, 1 hour is from programming section, that is two programming codes, and 1 hour is for 40 to 50 MCQs, which comprises of aptitude reasoning. So roughly for every question you get only around a minute to solve. So, and the question is that lengthy that around 30 to 40 seconds would go into reading the question only and understanding it. So just reading R.S. Agrawal is not enough. You have to uh, get, uh, start calculating the time that you take to solve that question. You should try to solve that question in a minute or so. Then only you can crack the questions that come into NQT. Then after that NQT, I had got a mail from HR of TCS Gandhinagar saying that I had cleared that first round of NQT, and now I am eligible for interview round. For that, I was asked to come to Marwadi College, where interviews of NQT students from Saurashtra who were selected were conducted there. In interview round, I was asked about technical. First round in interview was about technical questions. In technical questions, I was asked about C, C++, Java, DBMS. It was not that hard. I would say it was all the basic things you already know in semester third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So, and one more important point, as Swapnil told, whatever you write in resume is what they ask in the interview. If I know only something about Python and I mention it in my resume, then they would ask about Python in detail. And if I don't know those questions, then they would assume that I am not good in Python and still I have mentioned in resume. So my suggestion would be to include only those programming languages or skills that you are uh, well aware of and very good into that. Later, the second round in the interview was about HR round. So in that round, all the basics questions which you can find online would be asked, like what is your goal, introduce yourself, why would you like to join the TCS, uh, and as Swapnil told, would you like to would you be able to join if the shift is night or any shift, or would you like to join any specific location, or any location would be fine with you. So these questions are something like which we don't come across often. So we have to prepare accordingly for it. And you can search online for it, TCS NQT questions, TCS NQT HR round questions, and you would get a plenty of options there from which you can read the question and prepare your answer accordingly. So if it is asked in interview, then you are already aware of it and you can answer it very good. So that's it from my interview round. And after around 15 days, I was mailed again saying that I had cleared the interview round and now I can join the TCS. This was around in September 2019 when I was in 7th semester. I had got a offer letter to join the TCS, and last year in October 2020, I got the joining in Gandhinagar location as assistant system engineer training. Currently, I'm working in development project, working on Java, JavaScript, and SQL. So one more thing is, uh, as Swapnil told, goal setting is very important. You must be sure about what technology you want to go in, what you see yourself after 5 to 10 years, in which field you want to work, whether it is programming, whether it is testing. But the thing is, in TCS, as a fresher, you don't have a much say in what technology you want to work in. Say, in my offer letter, it was mentioned that I have to work in enterprise content management. At that time, I had heard about ECM for the first time. I'm pretty sure many of you wouldn't have heard it about it also, enterprise content management. But when I got the joining, my project came in. The project that I got allocated is about development project in Java, JavaScript, and SQL. So the thing is, you have to flexible about it. Say I had got ECM in my offer letter, and I had prepared accordingly by doing courses and so that I can join TCS and do my project work well. But the project I got allocated was different. So I cannot say that you had allocated me this one and now you are giving me development project. So the thing is, you have to be sufficiently flexible in whatever technology you are given. And other thing is, I'm seeing a trend nowadays. Everyone wants to join and do AI ML work. That is a buzzword currently. મને આર્ટિફિશિયલ ઇન્ટેલિજન્સ ને બધામાં કામ કરવું છે. But as a fresher, it is very hard to get a first job that is in AI or ML. So my advice would be to focus on basic subjects which we get from standard semester 3, that is DBMS, database, algorithms, basic algorithms, data structures, OOPS concept. Then upon OOPS concept, you can do very well in C, C++, and Java. So my advice would be to focus on this only. And once you get in the first job, be it TCS, Infosys, Wipro, or any local company that is based in Ahmedabad, Rajkot, Junagadh, after gaining an experience of 2 to 3 years, you can switch to any other domain and say you want to join AI or ML project. Then accordingly, you can prepare while doing your job work and switch after 2 to 3 years. But as a fresher, it is very hard to just after college join AI or ML company. So better to prepare for this. And once you get joining, you can prepare for AI ML. And as Swapnil himself has uh, joined TCS, and after that he is now in FISA, which is one of the leading fintech companies in the world. So the thing is, the tag of TCS would help you a lot in future. If I want to switch to any reputed companies, just having a tag of TCS would help me a lot. And just not about job. If you want to go for higher studies also, say I want to go to Canada, then having a 2 to 3 years of experience in TCS would put me much higher than the other candidates who have just got out of college and they are applying. So that's all from my side. Do well in your exams as well. Try to get about 8 CGPA if possible, because in if you want to go for masters in abroad, then it is very important that some reputed colleges have cutoff of 8 CGPA. So if you are not about that, then you would be disqualified at that stage only. So do well in exams, GTU exams also, and with that start preparing for TCS or any other company and start preparing. That's all from my side. Now I would like to ask Yatri to share her experience.
Yes, Agash, thank you. So first of all, hello, good morning, everyone, and happy Guru Purnima to all of you, and especially to my faculty members. Actually, I consider myself lucky that I have a connect on this Guru Purnima day with Dr. Subhash Technical Campus as well. So happy Guru Purnima. Actually, most of the things and most of the points have covered by Swapnil and Akash both. So I would like to guide you where with my journey said how I got placed and how I worked and how I got to get TCS as well. So as Akash mentioned that we gave NQT at 2019, and our classmates were also there. So at that time I was not selected for the NQT and I was not cleared that NQT, and I was thinking that this is not my cup of tea, but actually I underestimate myself that one should not do. So prepare yourself for that. Actually, till 7th semester we all are guided to prepare our resume, to get to know what our interest, what technologies we want to go with, and aptitude and reasoning and much more, that you should get a job. You are now in last year of the graduation, now you should work, you should get a job or an internship or anything. So don't much pressurize yourself for doing this. Just if you are so confused, explore yourself, get to know what your choice, what are your interests, and go with that. So this is my advice, that don't much pressurize yourself for that, because it is too much. Like last year we actually most of us don't know that where should I go, what should I do now. So it's totally okay to be confused, but don't let yourself down or stop trying to do something towards your journey or towards your job. So get to know yourself, explore yourself, and get to know that where I want to go, and prepare yourself for that. So at that time, in 7th or 8th semester, we were preparing aptitude, reasoning, that what much programming languages, that which technologies we can job on, or which technologies are preferred good for first job, or there are much confusions. So we are, I think was that let's start applying for interviews and let's see what happens. So at that time, NQT was declared that for our batch, that we are pass out from 2020 batch. So that was the first NQT conducted in July 2019, and from Rajkot we gave the NQT, and that level of aptitude and reasoning, English and programming was much higher than I expected, and that was not good for me. So I directly after coming out from the hall, I was cleared that I will not clear this at all. So it is okay, but I actually came to know that where I stand, where I am lagging off, what should I work more on. So it is important to learn from your mistakes, as Swapnil said. Learn from your mistakes and be prepared well for it. So I forgot about NQT, that this is not my cup of tea. I can't clear the interview in TCS and all. So I started an internship for Java. I have cleared an interview in one of the company of Ahmedabad, and started working in that with internship in January 2020. So after 2 to 3 months, the corona and pandemic happened, and somehow I ended up with my internship, and I have lost that job or internship criteria. So I was little upset that what I will do next. So I started learning Angular and Node from myself, that let's learn. I don't know what will happen in future, but let's learn. I can't stop myself learning. So I was learning Angular and Node, the basics of it, and apparently I got an opportunity to get job as an Angular developer, which was referred by one of the faculties of Dr. Subhash Technical Campus, is Hiren sir. He gave an opportunity to me to work as an Angular developer, and I was happy that such a short time I get an opportunity directly after I ended up with my internship. So I was happy, and this pandemic, that time was too much tough, that I need to continue with my career and with my job, because I can't afford that much of gap. So I accepted that job, as I was learning Angular, and I was doing as an Angular developer with 1 year. After 1 year, there was an NQT again. That was for 2019 and 2020 pass out batch. That the student that can have 1 or maximum 2 years of experience, that can be eligible for that NQT. So I thought that let's give it again. Let's see what happens. Let's see where I stand. Before when I was I have appeared for the first NQT, I was not pretty much ready for that. But now let's see what happens. And I gave the NQT to just check out myself, that where I'm standing. So my second NQT, that is conducted in March 2021, and it was in Ahmedabad. So I have reached the Ion Center there and gave the NQT. And after after getting out from examination hall, I was pretty confident that maybe I can clear this, because I know that in 1 year of working experience, or 1.5 year of working experience, I learn many more things. I am pretty much confident that I can clear that. And that was good opportunity for me to work in TCS. So I was confident a little, but there is some confusion that what will do next. So I was not considering or expecting that I should clear that interview, and I should work in TCS. But I just wanted to know that what score I have done, what score I have appeared, and how much I know in technical field that I have known in 2019, 2 years ago. So after 1 or 2 months, I have got a mail from HR that I have cleared that first NQT test, and I was so happy that at that time I didn't clear, but now I have cleared. I have gained that much of knowledge that I was not able to clear that at that time. So I have cleared that NQT, and there was an interview scheduled. Because of Corona, we can't go there, or we should not go there and conduct the interview. But it was the all the online process I have performed. The interview was online, and there are 2 to 3 faculties and 2 to 3 manager position person, and one HR was that they were taking my interview. And the mostly basic questions they all have covered, because the recruitment was for fresher. So I have shared my experience with them, that I have experienced in Angular and all, and they were questioning like related that and with my resume also. So I have cleared that interview too, and at the last, that Akash and Swapnil both said that we have to be flexible with shift, with technologies, and with the work location, all of that. So yes, they will ask me that what the location will you prefer. Yes, they will ask preference. Yeah, they what was your choices, or what choices will you what you have. But we can't select, they will select for us, but we just need to tell them your preferences. So yes, actually I have preferred Gandhinagar, and they allocated me the Gandhinagar location as well. So it was and they will ask the shift for me too. As a girl, they will ask me to, you should have to be flexible with your shift, and all of that. So I agreed with them, and I actually said we should agree with them if you work on the companies like multinational companies like TCS. So I agreed with them, and after 1 month, in April 2021, I have got offer letter that you are selected. And my first stream, like first technology, was CBO, and this is cognitive business operations. So I was totally unaware of it, that what is it. So again, a new thing. So I was confused that I actually in future I should regret that I choose TCS, or what technology. I don't know about CBO and all. But somehow I handled myself, and it's okay to learn new things, it's okay to exploring new things. So yes, I was happy to get an opportunity to work with TCS as assistant system engineer training. And now I'm getting training in SAP system applications and products. And soon I'll be allocated to a project, and will start working on the project. It has been 1 month or 1.5 month, I can say, with after joining TCS. So I'm really happy with my experience. And actually at the end, I just want to tell you, all of you, that don't stop trying or don't stop learning. In our field, in our computer field, it is daily updates. We should be updated daily. Every day the new technology comes, the new approach will come. So we should acquire that thing and learn how to learn. So the main basic thing you can do, that be proficient in the basics concept, like oops concept, like aptitude, reasoning, like communication skill, English, be your presentation skill. So be improve yourself for that. Don't stick to one technology, or one that I only want to do work or do job in this technology only. You can't do that. You should be flexible to learn, to adapt to new things, and to adapt everything in our field. It is okay to start with one technology, and though you can choose one technology that I have interested on, the field you can interested on. Like we have different fields of designing, developing, graphic designing and all that part, the testing part. There are many fields, but many fields you can choose your field wisely. But you can't stick to it. You should have attitude to learn, a new thing every day. So my advice is to don't stop learning, be confident, believe in yourself, and keep exploring yourself. That's it from my side. Thank you. Yes, you can ask question if you want. We can share as per our experience. Actually, we are too small to advise you, but yes, we can share our experience and we can guide you as per our experience.
All the participants are requested if there is any question from your side, then they can put in comment box. We will wait for 1 or 2 minutes. Otherwise, we will conclude this session.
And friends, like we are not panelist or anything. You can ask like friends any questions if you want. Any silly question is also good. We will think that someone is acknowledging us, and we are getting some questions.
Sapnil, one question from the Chetan sir. What is or importance of PH score?
PH score. Actually, I haven't gone through this any like I haven't. It didn't came in across to me like about PH score.
Is there any hiring potential procedure or score test are measured in the companies?
Yes, actually, I this PH score I had heard like there was one website. I do not remember the name now, but in that it was there. I think I had told this in my one earlier session, and this is like a PH score is about. There was one website in that we need to give exam, and we will get a PH score, and according to that we will be getting like different opportunities. So that I remember, yes, PS score was there, but it was there was one job portal website in which we need to give as Yatri told, for TCS we have NQT test. So likewise, there was a test that we need to give, and after that we get this score, and then we will get opportunities to work in like there are many MNCs companies that are tie up with that job portal. I do not remember the name, but like I will ping that
Okay.
later.
Okay. Okay. And one more question from participant Nimes. Where to learn more about aptitude test?
I think Akash, you had answered this, right?
Yes. For aptitude, you can go to Subhash library and get the R.S. Agrawal book and go through all the chapters. So most important point is to learn the all the formulas of that. But there is a difference in NQTs that I had given and that Yatri had given. So I have seen that in my NQT, which we had given Yatri, Navneet and me all in July 2019,
Yes.
most
Yes.
questions were about uh, this aptitude round. And what I have seen now in NQTs that were conducted in the lockdown, that were online, I asked my some of my friends, and they told me most of questions were about numerical ability. That is, find the average of this, find the median of this, find the mode of this. So out of 10 aptitude questions, 4 to 5 questions were of this. Like, so you have to be very fast in calculating that. First of all, you have to know the formula of that, and after that you have to calculate the average or mean or median or whatever of those 10 to 15 numbers. So uh, for aptitude and India Big's website, yes, so you can go through R.S. Agrawal book and India Big's website. Go through all the formulas, and then you can prepare from any website that shows the MCQs of aptitude round. So doing that should be enough to clear the NQT.
Okay. One question from Sanket Desai. NQT test comes how many times in 1 year?
I would like to answer this question. So there is no fixed quota of NQTs. They conduct NQTs as per their requirement. In recent article, TCS has said that they want to hire 40,000 new freshers this year. So till 40,000 students are not uh, accepted into TCS, they will keep conducting NQT. And for next NQT, I had seen that they are conducting in August also. In August and September, I think they are conducting NQT. So I will send the link also in to Chetan sir and Divyaraj sir. So they will forward it to you. Otherwise, you can search TCS NQT and you would get the link of that NQT, and from there you can apply.
Okay. One question from Ruchi Joshi. Aptitude test and in technical interview, only two things are done to get place, or there is any other phases that we have to pass from that.
I think
Yeah, sir,
I
would
would
you
like to
like to
answer.
answer?
Yeah,
Yes,
Akash, I will answer.
Swapnil, go ahead.
And Yatri, you can add if you want something. So the in this like whenever there are interviews, like there is no fixed. Sometimes it is also changing. When I was giving the walk-in interview at that time, first when I was went for the interview. So after technical interview, directly I was having the managerial interview. But the same day, my friend gave the interview. So in that, they added group discussion as well. So he had to pass through that also. Like also we have this group discussion, and in that discussion, whoever are selected, so they will only go for the managerial interview. So that is sometimes a dynamic also they used to select. Like suppose two professional who are there. So in that, if there is a competition or something, like both are good. So suppose Akash and Yatri both are good. So in that case, if they want to select, so they can also schedule some group discussion. So it is depends sometimes accordingly. So but you need to prepare for group discussion as well, technical interview also, aptitude test also. So that will be helpful, and HR interview also. So these all are the basic rounds that are there, and so in that you have to go through it. So Yatri, if you
Yes,
want,
I
you can
would
add
like to
something.
add.
Yeah.
As Swapnil told, the interview pattern is not fixed. They can impromptu ask anything. I have seen that also in some interview. They mostly ask about HR questions only. As a fresher, they want to know more about your perspective about learning and learning new things than the technical things, because they already know you are a fresher, so you would not that aware of technology. So in some with some candidates, they mostly go with only HR questions also. But the general flow is like that. First, you have to give the NQT, which would be of aptitude, reasoning, numerical ability, English, uh, programming MCQs, and two programming codes. Once you clear that NQT, you would be called for interview. In interview, general flow is like that. First, they would ask about technical questions. They might give you a program also to do at that time only. And after technical round, they can ask about HR questions like what are your goals, explain yourself, something like that. So that is the general flow, but it is not fixed. They can ask or add anything in for the interview process.
Okay. One more question for Arjun Kacha. I think there is no, it's not strictly associated with our today's topic, but then also we are going to cover if we can answer it. Sir, what is your thought about graphics designer and what things we have to prepare more?
Yatri or Akash, would you like to take this question?
I think we all three are not from the graphic designer field, so I'm not sure that I am able to answer it or not. But for graphic designer, I just some minor knowledge of that one or two or three software that you need to good on, that you have to perform and need to practice more. And for graphic designer, there are much courses online, or there are some courses too that you can learn it from, like more about graphic designing, like VFX and all and much. And one or two software is Unity, Adobe XD, and Illustrator, I can say. Yeah, that's it. Because I don't have much knowledge in graphic designing as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I too don't know much about it, but two or three friends, colleagues of our batch are into graphic designing, so we can ask them, and we would share the answers to Chetan sir, and they can pass along to you for what you need to do in graphic designing.
And I would like to say that now, as currently all the websites and like many of the things have gone online, so graphic designing is a very good opportunity. Like if you get this and if you learn this, so in future you will get so many opportunities because everything has gone online. And if you are able to create some attractive graphics and all, so that will be very helpful to you in future.
Okay, fine. So now there is no more question in a chat box. So we are concluding the webinar. Thank you very much, Mr. Swapnil Joshi, Mr. Akash Pandya, and Ms. Yatri Badalia for such a informative session on how to get placed in TCS. I am very much thankful to all the participants for attending this webinar, and also thankful to our management and our director, Dr. Deepak Patel sir, for such a continuous support to organize this webinar. Again, thank you all. Have a good rest of the day to all the participants.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.